Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by our friends at Gateway Buick GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is Gateway's got it. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new Buicks, GMCs, and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaybuickgmc.com, look for the Shop, Click, Drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create your offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway Buick GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaybuickgmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. Experience the new Buick. And welcome to the final episode of 2022. Not the final episode of The Mom Game, just the final episode of 2022. I am Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. We are so excited you are with us here on the final week.
We made it.
We made it. We made it through another year. So we're coming up on 3 years.
I know.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
I'm Emily. Did I introduce you already?
I'm Julie. She's Emily. I think we did. And we're still Emily and
I know.
Julie.
It's okay.
We've been Emily and Julie the whole time.
Curtain back. It's probably 94 degrees in here, and we're drinking red wine, and it's 1:07 in the afternoon when we're recording this. So, hey everybody, happy holidays! Woo! But we've got a really special show today. It's the best of.
It's the best of. I like this because I feel like we just fly through all of our shows, right? Like it's bam, 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 bam. We have some really awesome guests come on, and we get that one done and we move on to the next one. And we have people that are joining us all along the way. Maybe they weren't here a year ago. Maybe they just joined this month or a couple months ago. So this is a really fun opportunity that we're going to take to give you guys some of our best moments, all wrapped up in one episode with a nice little bow on top of our
this is our
best moments.
Our best moments of 2022. What we think were some of our best moments, or maybe most wheels off moments, which tends to be highly entertaining for us to shoot our wheels off.
Yeah.
Some of that, we're going to give some love to our awesome sponsors along the way. And so we're just super, super grateful for 2022.
Can we say, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's a good time to quickly reflect. I just want to tell you in the past year, she's going to get uncomfortable, but it's been so fun doing this. And what I've really loved is we've had some really good, hard hitting, kind of serious, big guest / serious content interviews. And I've loved seeing you have the opportunity to do that outside of the Rangers. And that was what I wanted, what I hoped for, what I envisioned this all being. It was when you see someone that you just want more from, even as a fan watching you or whatever, it was I want more from her. I like her. She's funny. And I only see her on baseball games. I want more. And that's what this has been. And it's just been awesome. I feel like after every interview we do, I'm super proud of it. And we're not Channel 8, and we're not Netflix doing some big documentary, but I feel like we've come a long way with just gaining that trust in our guests and getting to the meat of people's stories and telling their stories well. So I just want to tell you how much I've enjoyed doing that with you over this past year. And I think you'll see in some of these upcoming interviews that it's been a really fun, awesome year for us. Yeah.
And you're so sweet to say that, Julie. And I feel the exact same way about you. And I'm so proud of you and what you've accomplished in 2022 and getting your ass back on the radio in a role that you deserve, that allows you to speak your mind and share your thoughts and crack us all up. And so I've said it a million times, I would not do this shit with anyone else. That is for sure. And so I'm super grateful for you, and I'm proud of all that you've been able to do this year. And I can't wait to see what we do in 2022.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I mean, no, wait, 2023.
I just went along with it because I don't even know what year it is. I'm I can't wait for 2022.
It's so hot. I'm losing. I'm losing.
Like, if you told me that we just made it through 2021, I'd be like, man, that was a hell of a year.
You're like, whoa, it's 2024, y'all.
And anybody who's balancing kids and a career understands. It's like, you tell me it's Tuesday. I don't have time to fact check.
Okay, so here we go. Let's go.
Let's take a look.
What? Cheers to 2022.
Cheers.
Let's take a look.
Let's take a look, and a happy New Year to all the mom gamers.
Best of. Here it is. Best of 2022.
We just can't even wait to get to sports scores today.
Still right. Okay,
we're squirting all over the place.
Squirting all over the place. Mm-hmm. That's
hello. I'm back.
Somebody woke up, and it's Julie talking about squirting all over the place. Yes. And we're off. Like, hey, what's up, people? We are.
Just give me a little something to work with. And I'm bound to make it weird quickly.
What happens?
Okay, so we'll get to Mavs and we'll get to Rangers.
Squirting all over the place.
Yes, sports squirting.
Right, okay. All right. Yes, we'll get to that. But yes, I'm tired. There's lots of sports. We'll get to sports squirting all over the place later. Well, I taught my kids about the menstrual cycle over the holidays.
Well,
so we can talk about that in our next show.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2 next week.
I know. Like my girlfriend Lisa's always like, Hattie will bring something up and she's like, well, we don't really talk about that at our house because your mom's a little progressive. Like,
wait, who says that?
Lisa, my best girlfriend. And so because we've already talked about hysterectomy. Mom. Like we've talked about boob jobs and hysterectomies and, how they were born, C-sections. And anyway, the menstrual cycle came up and
that's a tough one to explain.
It is.
I still don't understand.
And I answered the questions that they had. But anyway, it does. Like Lisa will always be like, Hattie will hit her with, she'll be at the house and Hattie will hit her with something about,
right. Like
C-section scars or I don't know, whatever it is. And Lisa will be like, your mom's so progressive in her parenting.
And then Hattie's like, well, what the hell is progressive? Right. Like, what?
It so cracks me up. She's like, can you just tap the brakes on some of the shit you're talking about?
Well,
sorry.
It's real life.
It is. Well, I mean, it's not like I'm like, hey, kids, sit down. Let's talk about periods. But like, if they ask me, I'm going to answer.
Did you have to explain the menstrual cycle because of some things that you're going through?
No, hot flashes?
Yeah.
No, I can't. I hate to say it. I think it's the ticket. I think they heard something on the ticket and then they start asking questions.
Oh yeah, they like to talk about
period
stuff.
I know.
I mean, yeah.
And anyway,
weirdos.
Anyway, we'll save that for next week's show. Our inaugural What's on Your Feed is courtesy of me. And it's courtesy of me putting on one of those VR headset Oculus things at my girlfriend's house in Lubbock. And it was her daughter's. And she was like, I want to try it. And the
video was one of the best things I've ever seen.
I'm sitting on a ottoman. Yeah. I know I'm in a living room on solid ground in Lubbock, effing Texas. We put this thing on and I don't like roller coasters at all. And so I decided, but I was like, okay, they're like, oh, we'll put you on the one that's not so bad. Well, I think they were lying. It was bad. And so I put this thing on and I literally, my heart rate was, I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
So was it like you're getting in the coaster? Was like every step of the process?
Nope, you start in the coaster.
Okay.
And then so you look and then it starts going.
Jeez.
And we have the video to share. And so here's what it sounded like.
Oh my gosh.
Insert
I
video
really am
here.
going to be sick.
You remember.
It's all. How much longer is this?
Okay. Insert video here. So that was 100% fear. 100%. Like
that does not look fun to me at all, Emily.
You're all over the place, and you feel like you're moving, but you're not.
Right.
And, it's extremely wheels off. Either Julie met you or how I met you, and I will never forget. And I'm sure Roger remembers this like it was yesterday. It was a Children's Cancer Fund lunch, and he and Troy Aikman were the honorary chairs, and we were lining up backstage to walk with the cancer patients who were models that day, which is a wonderful event, by the way. And I was up in front, or maybe I can't remember if I was in front or behind, and I heard this man say, "Hi, Emily," and I turned around and I was like, oh my God, Roger Staubach knows my name. Like, I was trying not to freak out. You were so nice and so gracious and so kind. I remember getting in the car when that was over, and I called my dad. I was like, you are never going to believe who knows my name. And he was like, who? And I was like, Roger Staubach. And he was like, get the out of here. And I was like, I know, it's so crazy. So anyway, it was, I'm sure you remember that story really well.
Never forget it. How did you know Emily? You watch a lot of baseball, I'm guessing, just seeing her around, all of that?
Yes. And of course, I should have had the date. It's coming up in a few weeks, actually. The Children's Cancer Fund again.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I was actually in one of those programs as well, but you didn't know my name and you didn't say hi. But now here we are getting to meet each other, so this is lovely.
And the next time he sees you, he will say, hi,
there you
Julie.
go. And that's fine. You meet a lot of people. I mean, you can't be expected to know everybody. But yeah, I got to walk one of the girls down the runway one time, and we ended up hanging out the whole night. It was back when I was doing reporting for the Dallas Stars, so that's how they kind of found me to help with it. But it was just a really wonderful event.
And I joked before we went on the air, I am sleep deprived and I have wine.
Cheers.
Can't think of anything else better for the next few minutes or so.
Rover, who you had to use him again.
I had to use them again.
You were like a Bottle Rover VIP.
I don't know what that says about me.
I
have all these panic. I need booze moments in my life, but it's not even panic. It's just like I know they're there, and it's easy, and it doesn't cost you anything if you are spending more than $50. Which
Not
is
only that, it's
super easy to do.
How much? It's costing me $115 to fill up my car with gas.
Are you serious?
It's insane.
I'm at 75. Yeah.
113.
It's insane. So these delivery services, they're really doing you a solid if you don't have to get in your car and waste that precious gas. They will bring it to you. They will use their gas. That's how much they love you.
That is.
They will pay for gas to bring you your drinks. They'll deliver it for free. Like I said, if it's a $50 minimum order, like we've talked about, our kids are home for the summer.
Yes,
so it's hard to just be like, hey, little Susie, come with me to the liquor store. Like, no, you're not really probably going to do that. But little Susie is causing you to need to go to the liquor store. So Bottle Rover can solve all of those problems. They will deliver your favorite beer, wine, liquor, really whatever it is that you want. They'll find a local liquor store near you and go shop for you, go bring it to your doorstep. Or if you're hosting a party this summer, lots of people just gathering for pool parties, all of that. Bottle Rover is a very valuable party host hack. Spend that $50, get all of your home bar essentials delivered for free.
Yep, Bottle Rover, they're our peeps. They're local, support them. They're supporters of the mom game, and we love them for it. And like we've said a million times, we love these partnerships with companies that we actually use.
Yep.
And Bottle Rover is definitely one of them.
Right.
You're like, I'm so confused. Why is Russell Wilson?
I didn't do the digging to figure it out. I was just like, why would they be calling Russell Wilson Russell Westbrook?
You know what happened?
Here I am just being open about what all has been churning in my brain that I got wrong.
You've been solo parenting for like a week. You've got a lot going on.
I know.
You've been trying to keep up with the Russells. It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
I appreciate you.
That's what happened.
Showing the courage. Because I think a lot of people would try to like play it off. That's what I used to do early in my career. I'd be like, I'm going to play it off. Like, no, I was just kidding. Now I'm like, oh, no. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Really? I have no idea the answer to the question you just asked me. And I don't care. And I'm not going to look it up. Like, figure it out for yourself. I don't give one F. I don't know the answer, and I don't care.
Take me or leave me.
Right, that's it. Like
this is me.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Take
just
it or
like,
leave
it's kind of where you, and I think it just takes a while in any profession, right? But like, especially as a woman in sports, it was like you always felt like you had to know the answer. You had to be on top of it and know your stats and know this. And now I'm like, if I don't know, I don't care.
Finger gun.
Like, I'll just be like, hey.
You can Google it.
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what there is? Google. You know, like search engine of your choice. Take your pick. Da-da-da. I'm so excited. We have the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, the fabulous Cent Marshall.
Hello, my sister.
I mean, okay, so we have this term, kind of term we use in baseball, like in a clubhouse. And Adolis Garcia, we call him an energy giver.
Oh, yes.
You are an energy giver.
Yes.
Like I was, before you got here, I'm like, I'm kind of hungry. And I don't like, now I'm like, I just want to, I just want to soak in this energy because you got it.
I got it.
Where does it come from? Because you got a lot of it.
I don't know. It's somewhere deep within, I think.
Yeah.
I just think it's deep within. I just enjoy life.
Yeah.
At this point in my life, I know the value of life and to enjoy it every single day.
Yeah.
And I do. I mean, that's part of my mission on earth is to bring that energy, give life, optimism, hope, all of that.
I don't know why. I just didn't bring my ID.
Like out that night.
Right, out that night. Yeah. And so the guy's like super strict and it's like, I can't let you in. I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
oh my God, look at the wrinkles on my face. Would you like to see my C-section scar? And he goes, you don't have to be 21 to have a C-section. I was like, oh my God, like, look at me. I'm so old.
Wow.
So then I can't remember if it was me or one of my girlfriends that was like, she works for the Rangers. And I was like, oh, yeah. They were like, the Texas Rangers were like, oh, you want to see my Wikipedia page? So I shit you not.
It was your birthday, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we pull up my Wikipedia page and I don't know what happened, but they not only let us in, but they were like, right this way.
Bottle service.
Kicked people out of their
Oh my
table.
gosh. Are you serious?
I swear to God. And then the manager brought us shots.
Whoa.
And I'm like, I don't know if he's confused. Like by
Baseball
Wikipedia,
fans,
I
I
don't know.
guess.
That brings me to Big Pharma. So Big Pharma is such a thing right now.
What do you mean?
Has your feed not been blowing up with Big Pharma?
Like, what do you mean?
Just how Big Pharma is doing all kinds of bad stuff.
What do you mean, Big Pharma?
Big pharmaceutical companies.
What
And
are
then
they
I feel
doing?
I don't
Like who?
Big Pharma. Just big,
Like does Big Pharma pop across your feed? Like those words?
Big Pharma. Yeah, like who makes shit like vaccines and drugs and stuff.
Okay.
Right? It's Big Pharma.
You were like texted that you wanted to talk about Big Pharma. I'm like, what in the world is she?
So I'm like,
So you're seeing a lot of stuff about vaccines?
I just Big Pharma. Just Big Pharma. I don't.
Okay.
I know.
I
And then
understand.
so here, let me be really honest. So then there's part of me that's like, oh my God, I'm so over Big Pharma talk. But then I'm like, I don't know dick about Big Pharma.
I know.
Nor do I like really look into the ingredients in my kids' stuff. And I don't know, we eat at Chick-fil-A a lot. And
Is that Big Pharma?
I don't know, but I think it goes along with Big Pharma. Big Pharma.
Emily, okay, let me break down what's happening here.
Big Pharma and Big
Emily
Food.
has hot takes on Big Pharma, and if you ask her to expand upon that, all she says is Big Pharma over and over.
But it's
so
like
that's what's happening here.
So I feel like it's Big Food / Big Pharma. So big.
What is it?
Big Pharma.
What do they do?
Big Pharma and Big Food. Like it's basically like, remember when like you couldn't use baby powder, which I still think you can't. Nobody uses baby powder anymore. Remember like all sunscreen causes cancer, like all the things. Like
That's Big Pharma.
that's big sunscreen.
I don't know if you're winning this debate.
I had way better thoughts when I texted you last night. So now we've got big pharma, big food, and big sunscreen.
We don't know what any of it is, but it's all driving Emily crazy.
So that's the TMG News Desk brought to you by our good friends at Bottle Rover and Herman Marshall Whiskey. Thanks, you guys.
Hey, Big Pharma, if you're listening, we still have some sponsorships available. Emily is singing your praises.
Is in at home holding shit down when these dudes are traveling and it's just non-stop.
Yep.
And for you, it's 82, hockey games. For, baseball wives, it's 162 plus 6 weeks of spring training. Like it's a lot.
It's a lot.
So, props to all you ladies out there holding shit down when your spouse is out of town, and props to all you dudes out there, like my husband, holding shit down while
There you go.
mom's gone. So having a traveling spouse is not easy.
What have you been doing since the TV days?
You know what? I went back to our U18 team. So we have a Dallas Stars AAA team that we travel around the country with these kids, and they're all 17, 18 years old. They're that step before they go on to junior hockey or college hockey or something like that.
So it's a very important time.
Yeah, you know, it's 17 and 18 year olds. So, and now with the way the culture is, you got to be very careful what you say apparently and what you do. And I get more comments from the other coaches like, no, you can't say that. You can't do that. Like, you can't go in the bathroom. I'm like, what do you mean I can't go in the bathroom? Well, there's other guys in the bathroom. I'm like, well, so what? They're guys. It's not girls. We can't do that. You cannot. There was one thing I wanted to do something with them when we were on the road, and I said, I want everybody's room keys. And he's like, for what? I said, because I pretty much know how this game is going to go, and I'm going to put something there in their room to say, I knew how this was going to go, and here's why I thought it was going to go that way, because they weren't prepared the way I thought. And he goes, you can't do that. I said, what do you mean I can't do that? I'm just going to stick a piece of paper underneath each one of them to bed. After they lose the game today, I'm going to tell them, I want you guys to go upstairs to your bed, you know, pull that out. He said, why? He goes, you know what would happen if one of the players walked in? I said, no. What's going to happen? I said, he'd catch me doing it. He goes, no. He goes, if he could say something to a parent, to somebody else, that this happened,
oh dear,
and you're in there alone. And so all this kind of stuff has changed.
It's new, yeah.
Gosh,
and you have to take a test. I have to take a test every year. You know, I understand it now, but you have to, how would you say this? How would you handle this situation? How do you handle that? Now, so where I'm from, we're still old school. So
Yeah.
and I still do. I handle things old school, but I get to know all the players, and so they understand it. But it's different. I mean, it's the culture that we're in. I mean, I'm sure you guys talk about that all the time. So
Yeah. So now you're 37.
37. Yeah, definitely like woke up with a little extra back pain. I'm like, I see, it's funny because it's a real evolution of turning into your mom and like turning into that next level
Iteration of yourself.
Yeah, and I've decided like the older you get, like that's why people turn into like start doing all the hippie stuff, and I'm kind of becoming more hippie because you have to. It's like I'm all about like yoga and like trying to do some sort of meditation, and then like wearing that flowy clothing brand it's called Flax.
It's called Flax?
Yeah, Flax. My mom used to always wear Flax, and I used to like be there in my little crop top like, Mom, like that is
that is one thing I'm fighting. I'm not in on the flowy clothes.
Doesn't concern me, or I'm not, Mom.
Hi, Carol.
Hey. Hi. Yeah. It's just in the middle of this like impassioned speech, and then creeps Carol just.
Carol, you're fine.
Just creeping. Just creeping.
I had an agent. Remember, I told you.
Yes,
it was so
talk to
cool
my agent.
Talk to my agent. And so, I mean, we've been dating like a month. And I think he's already maybe a little concerned because I told him I couldn't he wanted to go to like Shreveport or something. And I was like, well, I'm in a little bit of a gambling thing right now. So probably not a good idea. So I think
So we don't gamble anymore
he's
in our
probably,
house.
very
What do you-
loosely.
okay.
I mean,
you were just trying to stay away, or could you legally not like cross
No,
a
there was
border?
nothing legal, but
There just wasn't a whole lot to go with. Is that what you're going to say?
I was gambling.
So Mike, what did you? I didn't hear about. I didn't hear from Mike.
Have you ever heard of WinStar? I helped build that place. It was a tent when I first started going there. It was a glorified tent.
What did you think of all this? This is a
Wasn't
lot.
quite certain
And when you
there,
start
to be
dating
honest
someone,
with you. Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. That's just like my nature. Like, and it came from a good place. It wasn't like I was trying to be a jerk.
Oh no,
that there
no.
was
I mean,
just
what do
a
you think
lot
of this gambling mess that you met?
I thought you meant the whole deal.
No, but like you meet a girl and then you find all this out. It's
Well,
kind of funny
in
and
fairness,
awesome.
I used to like to do a little bit of that too. And
we still do.
And I
dabble
still
every
do,
once in a
but
while, yeah.
we don't not
hardcore,
not
like we used to.
Not like that. That was that was not a good spot to be in for anyone. So we reveled in.
Was it kind of funny and like? Was it kind of hot?
Yeah, it's like. Because I'd been there too. I wasn't perfect either.
It's kind of funny and awesome. It's like, how many girls do you meet that have like gambling problems?
Next to none.
And I love you, Julie, but you're one of the very few people I know that would still be awake and answering my text messages at 10:35 or whatever time it was. So I was like, okay, I'm going to ask Julie what time it is in Texas so I can at least have some frame of reference. of what I'm dealing with.
I think in the 6 minutes where I didn't reply, you really started freaking out. Julie, I need to know what time it is. I fear we are flying into a black hole and I'm never coming back. I've watched 4 episodes of Billions and we haven't even started our descent. And then you got all worked up because you spelled descent wrong, but you knew it. I knew it, but I wasn't going to tell you. I was like, she's already freaking out. I'm not going to tell her she misspelled the word descent. Lord knows she doesn't need that. I said, LOL, it's 10:35. Ha 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 ha. Do not get stuck in a black hole. I need you. TMG After Dark from a black hole. I mean, the ratings would be cool. Like, who's
it would be amazing
from a black hole? And then you said, okay, my phone says 10:35, so we are still in Central Time. WTF? How long does it take to get to effing Toronto? Question mark, exclamation point. Is that how you spell decent?
This career and never working. Are you able to put into perspective, like, and not appreciate, I don't want to say that, but be proud of yourself for what you did accomplish and what you continue to accomplish, especially considering all the, all the ups and downs in between.
See, I've always done things my way. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm serious. I've always done things my way. And God allowed me to do things. It wasn't always great. So a lot of it was terrible, but a lot of it was good. And I look back over the years, and now I'm still alive. And so it humbles me. It humbles me that, Nate, you're 60 years old.
You're 60?
Yeah. You've done
Look good, boy.
You've done all of these things. Good, bad, or indifferent, and you're still alive.
What's some funny stories about Mommy?
I know. One time,
talk close to the mic.
One time, she was with her friends, and then she had to go to jail for a night.
Okay. Patty.
Still loving the early bird.
Oh my gosh. Like the early bird is in the rotation.
Yes.
It just calms you. It's just chill. It's just, and you know how I am, so effing high strung all the time.
Yeah.
That once I get to that place to where, okay, because I am neurotic and I have to get my shit done in order to relax.
Yep.
But once I get my shit done and I'm like, okay, I'm ready, I pop a gummy or two and I'm like, it's like it forces you to just chill the fuck out.
Yep.
And it is amazing. I cannot recommend them enough. We've gotten some feedback from, listeners that this early bird is legit, and it is. It's amazing. And so we love our partnership with Early Bird. I hope it never ends, because then I'm going to have to, buy.
I hope it lives
then I have to become
forever.
a customer.
You'd have to become a customer.
Well, I mean, I am a customer, but thanks to our lovely partnership, we get unlimited supply of gummies.
We must tell everybody that if you do want to become a customer, which you should, with Early Bird, it's just a recreational hemp product. It contains 2.5 milligrams of natural THC.
And that's the thing that does the trick. It's
that's
a little bit.
It's legal.
Like
There's nothing you need to worry about. It's just a microdose, and it is just for recreational use / sleeping / just making you chill. There is a discount code. It's TMG. It's good for 20% off a new customer's first purchase. So the URL you can find in our link tree on our Twitter, earlybirdcbd.com/TMG, and then that discount is automatically applied.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And let's just be good humans. And that leads us to what happened in the middle of, while I was posting all that, and I'm on cloud 9, about my kids getting these awards, and I'm so proud. And then you see those kids.
Yeah. It's terrible.
They went to school. It's so awful. And you just have these visions as a parent of getting that phone call or seeing it on the news, it's just so unbearable to think about.
It's unbearable. It's shocking. Kelly and I were talking about it this morning, sending our kids off to school. I had a pit in my stomach, a lump in my throat, and I knew today, it's okay. So it's really sad that there's like a cycle that I know I'm going to use to have to process these things because it has happened so damn much. You know, that's number one. Like the problem is like, why the hell does this keep happening? But I know the cycle. It's like, I see the news and I have to like look like you were celebrating your kids' achievements. I was throwing a freaking birthday party for my daughter. Like when this came down, we were setting up for it. And I was like, I can't look at it. I can't look at it right now. I'm going to deal.
I did it this morning. I still couldn't. They're showing the pictures of these beautiful children. And I'm like, and then you go through like, what do I do? I can't even look at it. I get physically sick. And then I'm like, suck it up, Emily. Like you've got your
It's okay. I don't think you need to suck it up.
Today.
Yeah.
You know, but it's like you feel so helpless.
Yeah.
You know? And then those teachers and administrators and those people in those schools and those families, like it's just like, fuck, what do we do?
It's a nightmare. Like it's a nightmare. It doesn't seem real.
And then so I think what I've done, and I'm sure this is terrible, but you just block it out. La 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 la. Same thing with like what's going on in the world. Like I'm just gonna live in my bubble and whatever. But you know what? At some point, my bubble's gonna get affected.
Yeah.
At some point, it's just like it's just so sad.
It's so sad.
Such a helpless feeling, and
it really is.
You don't have any, and I like to fix things. I want to make things right and all that kind of stuff. And I know there are a million people who think the same thing. And it's just like, what do we do?
Because it keeps happening. And I knew that too. Like when I'm talking about the cycle of like how we process it, it's like put the phone down. But then that night, once the party was over and I'm sitting up and reading and it's all over social media. So I'm like, do I look at it? Do I not? But you have to. And so I just started really thinking about it and processing it last night. And then even more this morning as we sent the kids off to school. And I knew from the beginning, I thought, like these pictures are going to come out and I'm going to see these kids and I'm going to hear about their stories and what they liked to do and who they were and what their favorite activities were. And that started this morning, and the first one, it was like a teacher and she just looks like any of our kids' teachers, like somebody who's given her life. She'd been there for 20 years, just giving her life to kids, and some motherfucker, like, it just doesn't make any sense, decides to take these people's lives. And then the little girl stories start coming out. I saw a little boy, a little girl, another little boy. And that's when I just can't take it anymore. And so I'm with you, Emily, because we want to help.
Mike Reiner and Greg Williams. Mm-hmm. When did y'all transition? It was the hard line in that slot, that 11 to 1 or
11 to 2. Yeah. And here's a good story.
Love good stories.
Is that we were going to be fired because, we did an unconventional show that nobody had ever done in this area. It was, sports was like a funeral. You covered it straight. It wasn't funny. Mm-hmm. And that's what, we didn't do that. Mm-hmm. And so, of course, our ratings were going to be horrible. We were a bad show. I hated it. So the consultants hated us. And so in the 6th month, we were going to be fired. Reiner intercepted a fax and it was, we were going to be fired.
Wow.
And so they already made plans that we were going to be gone. And then something weird happened, something really weird. We'd been on the air for 6 months and we got our ratings and we were number 1.
Nice. People were ready for something different.
Yeah. Number 1 and nobody could believe that. And then all of a sudden the owners are like, well, let's not fire them just yet.
Put the fax back in the fax machine. Send it back into the universe.
So was it just you and Mike?
Yes.
To start?
Yes.
Okay.
And then, whatever board op we had.
Right.
And Jeff Catlin, he was our producer.
Trying to get 4 moms on one schedule is a little bit difficult. The Ladies of Style duplicated.
Excited to be here.
I know, Paige and Jenny.
Thanks for having us.
So, okay, look, we're all over the place. But so Paige was my neighbor for a number of years. And then was Jen friends with Michelle? No.
Who's Jen?
Different.
Hello, my name is Jenny.
You don't like Jen?
No, wait. Okay. Emily was just nicknaming her.
Oh, I was like, oh shit! I thought the whole time her name was Jenny, but I called you Jen.
Oh yeah, no,
so
that's okay.
We don't shorten the name.
No, I mean, you could, but my nanny's named Jen, so I was like, oh wait, what?
Okay. Let's start over so I don't butcher that. Let's do it again. Okay.
Who's Jen?
Who's Jen? And I was like, shit. The whole time I thought her name was Jenny, and I just shortened it. Okay, we ready?
All right, M.
3, 2, 1.
Do you have any message you want to give your future self?
Oh my gosh. Dear Emily, 2 weeks from now. What kind of a question is that? We should do it and see if it's like pertinent.
We should.
Like, what if one of us dies or something?
Oh God. Well, I feel like you've done everything, Julie, that you could have done to have a really good, fulfilled, happy life. So
you're sending a death message to yourself.
Just in case, I'm gonna have.
Okay. Well, Emily, I hope you enjoyed wine before you went. Like, what? No, I don't like this.
Thank you all for coming to my funeral. So you can blow this up. I want you all to enjoy yourself today. Have fun in my honor. Drink some wine. Don't be too sad.
This is not.
I've thought about it. What I would say.
You have thought about what you would say in your funeral?
Like what you would say if you could talk to people. Like, would you? I don't know.
After death?
Like, what would you want your funeral to be like? Would you want people to be really, really, really sad, or would you want people to?
No.
You know?
No, I wouldn't want them to be sad.
I wouldn't either. But they're gonna be.
It depends on what time in your life you die, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you die when you're
If we die in the next 2 weeks, it would be really sad.
Fuck.
So it's okay. You're allowed to be sad because this wasn't supposed to happen.
Right. I hope you're all fucking miserable. I don't want to be dead.
Okay. How long until Mike can date somebody?
Oh God. What are we doing? Okay.
Or never.
A year.
And he needs to be like very sad for a while.
Yeah. A year.
Same with you, Kelly. Just fake it.
We can't
even
keep
if you're
talking
not.
to our husbands like we're dead. Now I'm going to be so paranoid waiting until like 2 weeks from now until this show airs and I still have a pulse.
Well, then we'll give each other a cheers when it airs and be like, we made it. Heck yeah.
Right. But then what if we don't? Do we give Ted permission to air the show if one of us dies?
Yes.
Okay, Ted.
Our spirit will live on.
Oh my God, this is going to be one of those freaky things, and it's going to go viral, and people are going to be like, they predicted their death 2 weeks before.
Well, I don't think there's a way that we would die together.
No, but one of us.
Yeah.
I hope it's you.
You bitch.
like you're saying you hope it's not me? Come on, you can't say that.
I would never say I hope it's you.
If it's me or you, you're taking you. You're taking you.
Well, I wouldn't say it out loud.
That's the thing.
I didn't even ask you, but you just volunteered. I hope it's you. And like a freaking creepy ass whisper. Did you hear earlier on in this show, Emily and I, because we had to shoot this show ahead of time, started talking about death and what could happen in the 2 weeks leading from when we shot to when the show aired. And Emily, somewhere in between, told me that if one of us had to die, she hoped it was me. So, yes, I have upgraded my co-host because I don't think you would say that.
No, I wouldn't say anything like that. But if one of you had to die, do you hope it's her?
I would hope it's me.
That's very, very unselfish.
I would never tell somebody that I hoped they died instead of me. I mean, I don't know. I guess if we have to be very, very real and honest with our feelings, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want Emily to die.
No, nobody wants anybody to die.
I know.
But everybody does.
I know. Everybody dies. So we found...
Was it that I just made the kind of statement that I'm known for?
Biggest stat dork I have ever met.
Yeah. Don't suck up.
Well, I mean, I don't... I'll text CJ and be like, I got a random one for the stat nerd. Can you tell me what percentage of bunt attempts are successful in extra innings. And our friends at DeValora, who, by the way, I'm going to see Melanie on Friday. I was like, just got back from Mexico, probably
totally
needs some.
jelly.
So she's going to hook a sister up. So
yeah. So Melanie, if you haven't heard us talk about her before, she started DeValora Wellness after feeling a bit overwhelmed in her career, which was being a PA and surgery and like in orthopedics. Right?
Yeah.
So she started this company, and basically if you listen to this show, you're going to love her. If you listen to the show where she was on, you will love her. But even if you didn't, she's one of us. She's our people. She's a mom. She's helping us all figure out how to make ourselves look presentable, look the way we want to look and not tired.
Feel good in your skin.
And she can help you work with any budget that you have. Because that's something that I know personally always stressed me out. It was like I'd hear about everyone doing all these things to their face and I'd be like, wow, you look amazing. But like I would probably get divorced if I was spending that much on my face.
Right.
When I have kids that need this and that and a house and a husband and all that. So Melanie is just somebody that can help you wherever you're at in the skincare process. She can meet you there and she can help formulate the perfect plan for you. I've started using her products and I can tell such a big difference.
Is it the Zeo?
Yes, the Zeo.
So I texted her and I'm like, hey, I'm almost out of my Rodan and Field stuff. I'd like to give the Zoe stuff a try. So that's what we're going to do on Friday. She's going to figure that out. But yeah.
And she'll put a package together for you. And she wrote me, it was kind of like a prescription type thing. It was like, do this, do that, do this. So it's like, skincare for dummies. She takes all the guesswork out of it and she will hook you up with whatever it is that you need. She is a mom of 3.
Yeah. And work within your budget, which is super important.
And work within your budget. So on Instagram, she's at Injector Melanie. If you go to our feed, you'll see we've posted about her. She's an awesome person, an awesome friend, and she does really, really good work. And you all need to try the skincare line because it's awesome.
So it's
I get excited when I like wash my face out.
I know. It's nice when you have a routine.
Yes.
DeValoreMedicalWellness.com is her website. She has a separate landing page for us. I just remembered.
Oh,
it's DeValoreMedicalWellness.com/themomgame.
I didn't know this.
Yes. For our mom game listeners, she has special things for the mom game listeners. So it's DeValoreWellness.com/themomgame. So she knows we sent you. Yeah.
We'll put that in our link tree too.
Yep.
DeValoreMedicalWellness.com/themomgame. You're a mom just like us. And
the hot mess that's associated with it.
Yes, you are a hot mess.
Makes it special.
Or we like to say shit show. Do you fall into that category?
Like
I feel like it's one step past hot mess.
I'm past the shit show. Yeah.
Oh, you're even past the shit show.
There's a step that has no name. That's where
I've been at that level for quite some time.
Just like a dark abyss.
Yes. There's no category. It's just, that falls into that. Like,
I can't be sad about this. This is going to be gone, but this sucks. But I need to be appreciating this. And then the voices in my head go back and forth, and I turn into a disaster.
You have to sort of be this alpha tough female in this business. Like you talked about how hard is it covering the Cowboys beat. I mean, I'm competing with not just local beat, but all the national guys. And even the coaches that come here say this is playoff media here week in and week out. And so I think the challenge for me in my relationships is adopting more of a feminine style because there is such a masculine energy about me to succeed in this line of work. And so, my current beau, we're on and off like this, that's been a challenge for me. And that's something that I've had to work on because I just don't think that dynamic works for any man, no matter how secure they are.
Yeah.
You need this balance of masculine, feminine energy. And I don't know about you, Emily. I mean, I get the sense you've got a little bit of masculine energy too. That's been a dynamic I've had to work on.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's like, I feel like even not even just in my professional life, but in my personal life, I'm always on the defensive. Like I am ready. Like, you want to come at me?
Yes.
I got you. Like, come at me.
Yes.
See what you get. It's like, and it's kind of it's because you feel like you have this front up. Like,
yes.
I've got to be tough. I've got to be smart. I've got to, and so, I've always got to be on the lookout for, somebody trying to get me or knock me down or whatever. And I think I've started to kind of let that go more the older that I've gotten, and probably the closer to retirement that I get. But it's so important that, like, when I met my husband, first of all, he was not impressed by my job. He thought I was great. He thinks I'm great, whatever, but he was not like overly impressed by it, which I had dated guys that were way too like into it. And I was like, I'm not really feeling this.
No, Emily came in and she slammed me against the wall and said, let's talk about tennis.
Whoa.
Not like that.
Wow. That's not sure if you're aware of what kind of visual comes into my head when you say
that's you.
Slams
this is me
up against
that's
the wall.
You. That's your own problem. I don't have to change the way I speak just because of you and your dirty mind.
I was like,
did you feel anything?
No, I mean, I feel like she fucking crushed life. Like she killed it. Apparently she had 4 cocktails a day. Like, I'm like, please, like hashtag goals. Oh my gosh, right fast before we're getting long, but we have to talk about this.
Yeah.
The leg exercises, being fed sausage in the pool. I could not stop laughing.
That's very weird.
So you do, Julie, if you didn't see it, you missed out because it's Julie in the pool.
See, our social media can be good sometimes.
That was amazing. After a couple of cocktails, I think.
Yeah.
And you're standing by the pool and you're talking about, I don't know, I guess Kelly's grilling and blah, blah, whatever. And so Julie comes back on and is like, oh, it cut me off. But basically what I was trying to tell you is I'm doing leg exercises in the pool while being fed sausage. And I was like, oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear. She just walked into a giant trap. Or I'm thinking maybe not everyone has this mind of a 12-year-old boy.
I never even thought about it like that until right now.
What?
Yeah. Oh,
leg
gross.
exercises
because
in the
of
pool
sausage?
while being fed sausage?
Oh no, that's bad. I didn't mean to say it like that.
Well, see, maybe everyone's normal like you.
It was just literally what was happening.
I immediately went to my 12-year-old boy sense of humor. And I'm like,
say that.
Oh, I bet she was.
I bet you were.
That's what she said. Like, that's where my mind goes. And your mind didn't go there.
No,
ever.
not at all.
My mind went straight there.
Yeah, it did. Oh, that's embarrassing.
And then you did the dancing sausage.
It's cool because you do see like the evolution almost of like some of these athletes, like Dirk makes an appearance and all of the guys that you're talking to with the Rangers, you're like, oh, I remember him. Like yours is really cool and a lot more entertaining and it's fun to laugh at ourselves. But you've always been a good broadcaster, girl. So I'm glad things worked out for you. You deserved it. You worked really hard and you can tell through this video, but it is fun and funny too.
You're sweet. Okay, here it is. Take a look.
Our animal segment tonight.
Joining us live now with more of the news, Channel 11's Emily Jones. Emily?
Karen and Abner, I think that our prairie dog Pete is trying to have his way with me at this point. This is our version of Puxatawny Phil. Okay, and Karen and Abner, we want to say thank you. He's pooping. We want to say thank you to Walter's World of Pets for letting us dog.
Good.
My chat with Dirk soon turned into a competition in the form of a long drive contest with a little friendly wager on the line.
No post game.
No.
All season long.
It's not part of the bet.
Actually, no interviews with you after practice whatsoever all season long. That's it. Love it. You're in.
Dirk went first and didn't set the bar too terribly high.
No.
However, it was apparently too high for me.
Nice.
Dirk, no more interviews.
Yes, no more interviews. That's awesome.
That was big.
Well, he starts walking me around his Atlanta house because he called me from his Atlanta house and he's like walking me around. He's showing me like his decor inside.
Okay.
And I said, so have you ever worked with a designer? And he's like, no, I have never hired a designer. I've done all my design all by myself. He's like, I love trinkets. And he's like showing me all of his accessories.
He likes tchotchkes.
He loves tchotchkes.
That is so surprising because he's so big. I'm afraid he'd break
You two
up.
could never get married.
No, I'm sorry, Shaq. I apologize.
Emily does not love tchotchkes.
So he's walking me around, and
trinkets.
His friend is in the background. He loves, I got a trinket story for you about him.
Oh my God,
really
I can't
funny.
wait.
He made me take him to Home Goods. When he,
I
have footage of him at Home
trinkets.
Goods. It was the funniest.
Okay, sorry.
So anyways, he sits down at the and so he turns the camera around like on his phone to like show me around his house. Well, then he forgets to turn it back around, so he's like sitting there talking to me while he's sitting at the bar stool, and I can see like out that way, and he's got his hookah.
He thinks he's talking
got his
to
hookah
you.
right there, and his friend walks in the room, and Shaq says to me, "So like, what do you think my style is? Is it modern? Is it traditional?" And I said, it's kind of transitional. I said he's really kind of in between, it's transitional. And so he was like, what's that? So I started explaining what transitional is to him, where it's kind of a mix of both, like clean lines, but still kind of traditional essence here and there. And his friend walks in, because I guess he heard him say, what do you think my style is? And his friend walks in and he goes, it's contemporary. And he goes, it's transitional, motherfucker. Oh, sorry. So I was laughing so hard, and his friend goes, and I can see it because his camera's out this way, and his friend goes, transitional, and he goes, yeah, I just learned what it is. It's like between modern and traditional. And his friend's like, all right, that makes sense. He like goes on with his day. So anyway,
that's amazing.
Transitional, motherfucker.
Yes, it's transitional, motherfucker. And I was like, oh my God, this is too hilarious.
It's called fooling them. She's still fooling them.
Just 22 years strong. No, 24 years strong.
Oh, that's amazing.
Fooling people. My season is done. I'm here to be patient. Except for when I was telling you to hurry earlier today. I'm here to be patient. I'm here to be understanding. I'm here to, I want to be Julie. I want to be your cheerleader. Okay. I want to be chill. I want to be calm. I don't know how long this is going to last.
Role reversal.
So let's enjoy it.
Okay. Good, because I'm turning into a neurotic bitch.
Welcome to my world. It's great to have you.
Cheers.
So I'm relaxing and enjoying this time.
Yes.
Yes.
I am too.
But
I know.
You mean sports? What do you know about sports, girl?
That guy, he would be a Cooper Rush guy.
He's a big Cooper Rush guy.
He likes to stir the pot.
He's a big Cooper Rush guy.
Yes.
Still making out at 80. Does that mean something's gone really right or something's gone really wrong?
I don't know how to answer that.
Which one is it? Is it we're doing it right? If we're making out at 80.
Right now, I'm like, the thought of me being 80 and making out is really grossing me out. But when I'm 80, I'm probably not going to feel like I gross myself out.
What if that's your prime? What if 80's it? And then you're just all over the house like, hey, Kelly. Let's go.
I was going to say he would be like, no, but at that point, he'll be 86. I think
he's gonna need some help. He's gonna need some help.
Hey, if we're both alive at that point and kicking and having fun and hanging out, then that's all I'm really hoping for.
Or even just pretending like you want to still do it at that age. Like, you want to do it? Not really. Okay, me either, but we've talked about it.
Picture of Anna talking to Mrs. Claus, because there was a point where I was like, all right, Mrs. Claus, can you help? Like, this girl's losing her ass, and you're the only one that can save me. So she went and sat on Mrs. Claus's lap, and they were having this heart to heart, and Anna was explaining.
Cool show today. Super excited to bring it to you. Then next week, y'all.
Oh my gosh, next week.
Something big is happening.
Something big is happening.
Knowing that we were going to be working with a woman, I intentionally was going to go into it look, we're not going to do the 14-year-old innuendo that is kind of low-key, half-ass sexual harassment of a coworker, and just see, where does Julie go with humor and fun? And if something gets said that could be construed a certain way, does she point it out and laugh at it? And, I was intentionally not going to do that, where it's, because that, again, I think is something that it's just, it's lazy.
Right. But okay, because I definitely am. I mean, I'm the one that goes there. I'm always the one that goes there. Most of the time. And I feel like Julie does too, maybe sometimes unintentionally.
Yeah, but I just, my thing is I wanted to feel it out and see that was going to be a thing.
Right.
Not try to make it a thing.
Right. Yeah. I see what you're saying. And I think, Julie, that you had to appreciate that they kind of let you set the tone.
And then they were probably shocked at what
because
they got.
because I've known Christina, and I know like she's one of the dudes. That's the way you're going to talk. And with Julie, when you don't know yet, it's like, all right, what's it going to be like if I say a bunch of really crass stuff?
Yeah,
is she going to be like, or? And it turns out that she's more wild ass than we are.
Right?
Yeah.
Truth. We're quite the trio. Yeah. No, I appreciate that though. Like on day one, it wasn't just like, hey, Julie.
Yeah.
69.
Yeah. We usually don't drink red during the day, but listen, somebody brings us a bottle of wine, we're going to drink it.
We will never say no.
We will
Bring
never
us
say
wine, and we will never say
Please, come on. So y'all, Christmas came early because look who is in our studio. It's Dirk!
Hello.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. We did it. Dirk.
You guys pulled it off.
Still driving a minivan? Didn't you have a minivan that like got stuck in the mud and somebody came in?
I had to call D. Will. This was actually in the middle of the pandemic, and we I drove. We had bought a lot at the time, and we were thinking about maybe building a house. So I drove by the lot, and there was like this little alleyway right by our lot. It was only a few minutes from our house. It's not like I was out somewhere in the boondocks. So next thing you know, I drove down this alleyway, and it had rained that morning, and on this alleyway is all these bumps. So I drove in a little too far, and next thing you know, I couldn't get out. The kids are in the car, Jess is in the car, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I doing now? So Jess just said, I'm out, because it was close to her house. So she took the kids and walked home. I'm like, oh God, I'm stuck. Well, what do I do now? So I called up D-Will. I remember he had a big truck, and sure enough, he was home, and he came by, and then he could not believe what he saw. I mean, he blasted me on social media, of course, and everybody got a good laugh out of it.
Because it was a minivan, right?
Yeah, I still have that.
You do?
The kids drive. We drive the kids to tennis and track and field and soccer, and I mean,
you have to have like a specially made minivan to fit your big ass.
Yeah, we have I mean, the inside is sort of a little bit redone, but no, it's okay. I can drive a normal car.
You can drive a normal car.
Yeah, I can drive.
But you are so tall.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't drive it for 4 hours straight, but
right.
It's a tennis and soccer and
yeah,
that's fine.
Julie's embarrassed for me.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. Sorry about my friend. You have to have a
He's
special
known me for a long time.
Yeah.
He's known
too
me
long,
for a long time.
Too long, I know.
As you know, as an avid watcher of the Mom Game, the way we end every show is you look at your camera. It's really cheesy, but this is what we do. Throw up your peace sign and you say Mom Game. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
Mom Game out. Oh, one more time.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Mom Game